I can only get one pallet in the van. Should have really went for a bigger pallet, square one. Anyway, it is Monday morning, and yes, I'm getting the pallet ready. And the reason why is because obviously we knocked the jobs out this morning, and we got the end cap, which I'm absolutely buzzing with. So we told the customer to come up Wednesday, but because we got it done, we got it ready, I'm going to put them in the van and I'm going to take them up there. Go and see the customer, go and see how he's doing, and deliver him his castings. So we got the 2 end caps, and we've also got his little jobs there. Obviously now they are all in ductile, SG iron, whatever, fluidal graphite, whatever you want to call it nowadays. So they are all in that. We've also got loads of bits and bobs in for blasting. We've got a couple of railings that we're on, and a fella dropped some wheels off this morning for blasting, because he gets steel wheels and they're going for galvo. And it actually works, believe it or not, because he done the first one and it worked, and I was like, wow, mad. Didn't think it would, but it did work, and it'll probably last quite a long time. So that is what we've got on at the moment. We've also got David making a cannon. It's only a small, like 3-foot footer. So I'll show you how we get on with that. So we are ready now for our delivery. Got the van loaded already. What's this here? So the van's loaded, getting it loaded up before people turn up. And we've got the apprentice sitting there on guard. Let's get head off up to Stoke and let's get them delivered. So we're back from Stoke, castings dropped off, customers happy, made up. And it was great seeing the lads in the machine shop because we were just talking about like different things and how much machining actually takes off. It was like 3 milli off, which is quite, sounds a lot but it's not at the same time. But overall, made up because they're an SG, because he said it's dead easy to machine, it's like butter, it's like dead soft. So sounds happy for us. So all the blasting's done. So all the railings are done, the wheels are done, and the 2 shelves. They're getting picked up tomorrow, they're getting picked up today. I'm waiting for him to reply. David has finished the cannon, well, the moulding of the cannon. So that's the bottom. It's got the logo obviously in there. And then we've got the top with the steel tubing that we cast in. all shot blasted. It's quite thin there though, isn't it? We've now got we've got a little fireplace grill in off a fella. I don't know where it is. So he's brought us this. Obviously it's worn away, it's burnt out, and he needs a replacement. So we've made a mould, well David has while I was gone, and he's done it. So I can't show you the mould, but I can show you when it's finished. What I've got to try and do now, because we've not got much to do, which is not good. I'll have to build a cast up, so might make some stock, which is not a thing I like to do, but I've got to get these other jobs out. Cast iron 250. So I've got to make some jobs that are cast iron 250. Jobs that I know will more than likely come on. So I'm not taking too much of a risk. But so far so good. Steve is doing the Manchester project, which looks unbelievable. The lad for the bench ends come in and said he wants to buy one to make a tabletop, but unfortunately we couldn't sell him one. But it is what it is. Let's carry on. Tuesday afternoon, we've had a variety of different things in for shot blasting. Casting front, moulding wise, nothing to do. But shot blasting, we've got these wine coolers in, wine racks, 3 different ones there, and then we've also got this big funky one. These are off some sort of cruise ship. I know, it's a wine rack off a cruise ship. Oh, farted. Pins and needles. They're a wine rack off a cruise ship. They've been wet sprayed, but it's reacted. And one of the ones there, before I've obviously videoed, had a goldish colour. And the gold colour that they had, it reacted to the primer. And the finish was poor, so it's come down for shot blasting so we can remove all the paint. They look like that on other ones. Also got more wagon parts in, variety of different ones again. What's going on here? We got a box of them to do, a couple of different boxes, elephant trunks again. All nice and busy on the shot blasting front, bits to go on with, which is good. But the bench end we done the other week, the customer's been on, and he's moaning that he can't drill it. So we went down and we picked it back up, and I've started drilling it. He said he couldn't do it, and I've not even got a really very good drill. It's just a big drill and just drilling straight through them all. He said it was too hard. All I had to do was get a drill bit. It was a bit blunt and I just sharpened it and it just went through. Some workers just don't want to do the work, or they don't know what to do in some places. Being busy as well, knocking the ladle out. We got one of the ladles. So there's all the excess. I'm waiting on the skips to come as well. And this is what an empty ladle looks like. Obviously it's just a steel frame, but obviously it's all got to be lined. And that's just one of them. One of a couple of different types that we've got. So that's really it for Tuesday. Been busy in the office, doing office work as usual. Jacob all trades, master of none. So it's Thursday morning. A disaster of the morning. On the way to work this morning, I'd ran over a branch and I thought I'll be fine. But the branch had only got stuck underneath the van. So I was on the perimeter road by work. I'll show you what it looks like. And the branch was just stuck, and I got under and it snapped loads off, and it was just stuck, and it was, it's not what I wanted. But it was on the perimeter road, so it wasn't too bad. So I just flew to work, got back out, had a look, seen what was there. It was still there, tried to give it a wiggle, just couldn't. And I was like, there was a bit stuck under the back tyre, and I went, you know what, I'll just reverse. So I just reversed slowly, and it freed it, luckily enough. But yesterday, we ended up casting. So I'll show you what we cast. We cast the cannon and the little plaques. So I'll show you that now. So we also cast 2 bench ends that we were actually making for stock, but the customer we sell them for the lava bird ones, he buys them off us, he does them up and sells the full bench, do you know what I mean? Saves us messing around, it works better for us. We can just do the casting, he can do all the rest. But he rang yesterday as we were making them anyway, because we were trying to build cast up, and I'd like to have one there just in case for when he does ring, he sells one, we can go, there you go, and then we'll make another one. But he rang, he said, I've sold another one. So we had another one making, so we cast them, but realistically, it's not what we want to cast, as in, there wasn't enough on the floor. It was like 100 kilo of jobs, but the plaques have got to go out. They've got to be at the customer for Monday, so I had to get them cast so we can dress them and get them out. And so we just had to do it, do you know what I mean? It was not like I wanted to do it, because obviously for us, you can't just cast that, do you know what I mean? Say that to everyone. People bring us one job and expect it straight away. If I've got that material going through, yeah, you can get it straight away. But other than that, no. But obviously this is one of our good customers and I need to beat that deadline. So if I get it dressed, I might even take it up. Yeah, it'd be wasting my time, but obviously we're a bit quiet at the moment, so it's good for me to go and visit the customer, speak to the customers. I love going to their place anyway, because the workshop's unbelievable. I enjoy it, do you know what I mean? It's I get to see the next parts, get to see what might be coming on and go, oh, well, I can do that one for you. That's what I always say. Why haven't you let us do that one? But yeah, so, but that's like 5-hour round trip taking them, and obviously there's only 4 little plaques. So realistically, yeah, it'd be easy to post them, but I just might do it myself, because I can go and take them bench ends if we get them done, because that fella's up that way. Stopper is. And I'm also going to chase up the fella for the little ornament wheels that we priced up. Not heard nothing off him, so if I ring him up, if he wants them back, that's up that way and I can take them back as well, which obviously is good. But that's mainly it. We've got obviously shotblasting's been busy again. We had a big, massive, like 5 metre, no, it was about 6 metre railing. It was all out of a hospital NHS work for shotblasting. It's been powder coated. I don't know what was up with it, don't know if it needed to be galved first, don't know. But it comes down Tuesday night, and we'd done it because it was dry, we'd done it, and they come back and picked it up. I didn't get any photos, so I can't even show you. You could just say I'm bullshitting, but you know. But wagon parts, 2 boxes done ready for the customer. He was after them. There's 87 of them. Yeah, this always makes me laugh. There should have been 89, but there's only 87. But I'll charge him for 87, not 89. That's only right, isn't it? And then there's 179 of them ones. And we've also got all of these to do. Elephant trunks, as we say. And then I've not done these ones yet. Don't know what they're off. I reckon they're off some sort of like. I know they're off trucks, so I reckon that's a light bracket, reversing light or something, brake light. I don't know. You just get them. Blast that for us before powder coat them. But the other benches we made through the week, the aluminium one and the other one, supposedly the Titanic benches. So there'll be replicas of the Titanic bench. He was going to get core prints put on the aluminium one, so we didn't have to drill it because he couldn't drill it, I had to drill it. So he's brought it back and said, no, we'll just drill them. And we're gonna drill them, obviously we'll charge him for drilling them, like, but, so if you got to buy drill bits, you know what I mean? People just say, I'll drill a couple of holes in that. Not a chance. You can have that other one, yeah, I'll sort him out with that, but I'm going to tell him I'm going to have to charge him for these, because obviously he wants 3 sets, so he wants 2 in cast iron, and believe it or not, he wants 1 in bronze. They are going to America, to a fella in America, which would be quite interesting. But, so obviously we've got to make them, he's going to ring us and speak to us about it first off, he's brought them back, but we'll have to see what's what, because there might be just a fair bit of time and just fettling them up again, making them to our, we'd say, pattern standard. Obviously we've dressed them, because he was taking them back. He did also get prices elsewhere. So So it was a good job I didn't make it into a pattern stand, because I'm not sitting there making it into a pattern stand for hours to not get the work. But that's up to him. So that's mainly it on this Thursday. We'll see what happens. We'll knock all these jobs out. Obviously we've got the cannon, we've got the little things, little end plates. We've also got a fella's grill, and we've got 2 bench ends. We've also got a fella who rang up. This fella hasn't worked with us for ages, just fireplaces, and he rang and said, "Didn't know you've done shot blasting." I said, "Yeah." He said, "But I've never dealt with him. I don't know him off the top of my head." So I've been here 9 years, so he's not been here for 9 years. We used to do castings for him for fireplaces. So I was asking him, "Well, where'd you buy your fireplaces?" He says, "Oh, we don't buy them." I said, "Well, get on us, lad. We'll make them for you." He says, "Yeah, but yours are new then. We want the old ones." I said, "It is what it is." So he's coming on Monday with a couple of fireplaces for shot blasting. So it's always good doing a fireplace, because they get coated in that much paint, some of them. And obviously they don't get used as fires, they just get used as like nice ornaments. So they get coated in that much paint. It adds all the detail, and then you blast it all off. And there's some of the, we've got loads of fireplaces there, like, but some of the detail on them are spot on. So we'll see what happens on Monday. So it's 1 o'clock on Friday. We've just got back, or we've just got in, shall I say. So I've actually been on delivery today. So we've been all the way up to quite far away in Wales, about 2.5 hours away. We left at 6:30, and we were delivering only some small castings, and then also delivering some bench ends to another customer. So we went to deliver them, and realistically, I shouldn't have really delivered it, but because it would have been easier just to post them. But they had to get there for that date. They had to be there for Monday coming for a ceremony. Is that how you pronounce it? I don't know. But it's good. I love going to see the customers. I love going to see what's going on, what they need, what we can help them with. And being in person, so much better than just having a conversation by email or phone nowadays. I prefer the phone over emails all day, but obviously you've still got to have things in writing. But it worked in our favour, because we brought some patterns back to be made. So what we've brought back is we've brought brake blocks. So this is the pattern. There's the core box. It's a bit kettle on my head, because obviously this is made for a compact, but it's not a compact at the same time, because there's no frame. So what there should be a frame that goes on that, and then you just ram them with sand. And then they have locations, so each corner of the backboard, say, you see that? Obviously that gets filled with sand, and that will slot into that one. And then with the cores, for some reason, it's done like that as well, as in, I don't see the point in it, the way they've done that myself, but it is what it is. So we brought them back, and we also brought a foot, what's it called? This. It's like a doorstep thing in cast iron, so we've got a couple of them to do, as well as them brake blocks, which are in a different material. And we also brought some grills back, but different type of grill, because what's happened is, well, grating, shall I say. What's happened, the gratings are quite big and they're quite wide. And the coal that they have to import now, because we're not allowed to get the Welsh coal, which was brilliant, we've now got to import crap coal, which is like 40% alright, where the Welsh coal was like 90% quality. But that's our government, isn't it? So we brought back a smaller grating, which I've actually just put away before I've done the video. That's the new grating. You can see how small and tight that one is compared to our other ones. So we've got to get on. Well, we're just bringing them back. They're not actually on yet, but she said they will be on. So just take them. Obviously it's good because it saves them sending things by courier. Obviously that saves time and also saves money. That's why we store a lot of patterns, as you can see. Well, must be fortune if we had to get all them made again. But that's what's so good about it. Like, we don't mind. I am starting to chase some customers up about patterns, especially some of the larger items, because I'm not keeping them anymore if you're not going to order them, and it's simple as that. But some of the stuff, it all needs guttering out, shall I say, and sorting out and maybe some new shelves, etc. But Steve's been busy with the blasting. So we've had some wheels in for shot blasting, so I'll show you what the before and after of these wheels look like. Just standard stainless steel wheels. We also had some little bits and bobs, and the wagon parts. They're all done, the little ones, so there's 350 odd of them. And you might be thinking, normally when we blast one at a time, but with them, we do more than one, because obviously it saves time and saves the customer money. Two most important things. If it's done one at a time, it'll take us too long, and then it'll cost too much money, and it's not feasible for doing. So we do a couple with them, especially with the little parts. I don't normally do one at a time with a lot of things. Gates and railings, we're not doing one at a time. People might go, well, put one there and then blast one behind it. No, it's not doing that. You've got to know where you're blasting. You know, it's hard to explain. Everyone tells us how to do the job. No, we do the job how we want to do the job, and our price reflects that. Unfortunately, if you're not happy with the price, go elsewhere. I'm not too bothered. I'm not having people moaning. It is what it is, and this is how we do it, and this is the way it works for us. But that's mainly it. Next week we have got a lad coming on Monday with fireplaces for shot blasting. All cast iron, old ones. He said there's quite a few. He didn't know. We dealt with him years ago, and he didn't even know we did blasting. He's gone elsewhere, but now he's come back because we used to do all the castings for him, fireplaces. We've got loads of fireplaces in the back. We've got the little bar things, proper fireplaces. None of this media walls. So, and then obviously we've got all these new patterns to work with as well. David's obviously been moulding the bench ends, and he's also started moulding another set of lava bear bench ends so that we've got one on stock. Just one sitting there ready. When an order comes in, bang, gone, done. Then we'll make another one. Just because they've got to be speed. It just turns them around quicker, and especially if there's not much to do on our end, it's all right for us to do. But that's mainly it on this week, shall we say. So follow along for next week, see how we get on. Don't forget, give us a like, give us a comment, and subscribe. See how we get on. I'm Jake, and this was Merseyside Castings. Bit of a crap week, but we carry on and we go on forwards, onwards and upwards.